Good morning. Happy Tuesday. How are you all doing today? Uh, it's continued to be really cold here, and it's like I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it going to negative Fahrenheit degrees overnight. Um, I guess it's just my preference. I'm usually fine with the cold, but it's rough on sleep. Asitsu, hello. Good morning. How are you doing today? Yeah, so this is the problem that we're running into right now. Doing well in Kubernetes hell at the moment. Oh, Kubernetes. I have never had to do Kubernetes myself. Although I've been to a few seminars and lectures and meetups where I looked at Kubernetes and sort of investigated into did we want to implement Kubernetes ourselves? And the answer I got from that was a resounding no. We don't want to implement that ourselves. We'll rather have somebody else implement that for us and then manage it because it looked like the type of thing we didn't want to spend our time doing. That being said, I totally understand Kubernetes solves really interesting scaling issues and makes let's see. Somebody that I know that worked at a Kubernetes company, they said something really fascinating about Kubernetes. They said Kubernetes makes easy things difficult, but impossible things possible. So in that sort of mentality, then yeah, it can be really useful in the right circumstances, and it could be absolute hell in the wrong ones. Of course, it could be hell in the right ones too. It's just you've made it possible. Like it was completely impossible, no chance of doing it. Now you can. So good luck. All right. So let's take a look at we're doing course nav. So right now the link to context still works, and we want that to not work. So um how do we want to deal with this? Um I'm thinking, so if we go to, I think it's course nav where we have the link tag. And we have this thing right here. And I think what we were thinking of was creating a function that we can pass this bbnav into, and it wraps it in a link, which means we should wrap the link in our own component, because then I can just do an if statement. Is that true? No, I don't. Like it can be its own component. Like this could be a component of like a link or not. Because I can't, unfortunately, I can't disable links. Can I mean, I should probably do that, like actually ask that. So like MDN a link disable. Can I disable an a link? So there is a class that I could add to it, pointer events none. Surefire, I remove the href. Right, obviously that one. Oh, okay, let's take a look at this. First things first, just don't do that. Okay. I mean, that's probably the right thing. Or you could remove the href part. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. So, I guess in that case, let's go back and we'll do our function method. And then if we really want to, we can I mean, I guess like a link or not. I feel like part of me is feeling that I should have this be a an actual like a new component. And let's actually do that. It'll keep it like nice and clean. So in elements, we will have a new file link or not. And it's really a let's do route or not so we can show that it's like an internal link. We absolutely are going to need properties for this. I think the only properties we're going to need is children. That sounds about right. Children, I think. So, this is such a silly name for a component. Okay, so we're going to have a pub function component. We're going to take in the props. Oh, we're going to need to do route like that. Okay, so you're routable plus static. Okay, so all right, so we have a route here. We need to decide. Oh, also we need pub the link, so the two. And then the two I suppose could be in an option, can't it? So this could be, let's do an href. An href? No, we're doing like an internal two. So two, and then this is going to be, let's do an option. An option with the R inside. Okay, so what do we need to do here? We need to, when the two is something, we're going to put the children inside of it, otherwise not. So that should be fairly simple. We essentially have two different HTMLs. So I can do an if let sum and then an else, or I could just match this. Maybe we'll just match this. So match props dot two. Okay, so we have an OK, and that's gonna have the R. Oh, it's gonna be it's gonna be the route, which is implements R, and we're gonna return HTML. And specifically, if it's an OK, we want this to be a link tag. So let's actually bring up okay, so we have link 2 equals route close Yew. We'll have the children. Okay, so I think that's what we do here. Then we have an error. No. Okay, no, it's not. It's not. It's some or none. Okay, so if it's a none, we want to return the HTML with just the children. So props dot expected a comma. Where? Let's see, we're returning this match here. Expected a comma. Expected one of these, close, comma, at, or, okay, so we have, so matching props dot two. So we should have like a some or none, right? So if it's expecting that before the fat arrow, why do you care about that? Okay, let's actually see what the real error is. Oh, do I not have to? Oh, it's a pattern. Oh, I don't have to do the type annotation, right? I just say, hey, you're a route. Okay, so you should actually figure it out, right? Yeah, you're route. What's wrong with you? Attempted to take a value of method clone on type that children renderer. Oh, yes. First of all, I should probably verify it. Do I need children? I think I do need clone, right? No, maybe I don't need clone. Okay, what are you upset with? Children renderer doesn't display format display. Okay, so what I probably want to do is to. Oh, this is so weird. That cannot move out of props. An enum variant sum, which is behind a shared reference. Okay, so do I need to I mean, I guess I could clone the, no, I don't want to clone the props there. Also, thank you Asitsu for that. Yeah, that was indeed the problem. Okay, cannot move out of prop set 2, so I could reference you. Makes you happy. Um implicit clone is not satisfied, required. Okay, so I don't think I can reference you here and have you work, right? Probably not. Yeah, you need to be an actual owned thing, so we'll clone you. Uh the trait bound are oh, it's the R, it's this one. So route dot clone. I was looking at the wrong thing. Can I move out of props? Okay, so both these need to be cloned. Like that. Then you're happy. Now we can use it. So we can now use the BB route or not component. So let's head back to course nav. And I guess what we could do is we create a little function for the link component here, or I could put that into a variable. But a function makes a little bit more sense, maybe just like right here. So we could do this could be a private function of create course nav item, and it is part of the map, so it's what I'm handing in there. I wonder if I could actually, no, I don't want. I want to actually like call it and pass it in here. So we're gonna take in an article. I want this article to be BB course nav article R, of course. Okay, and then you're gonna return. Where am I? Go there. You're gonna turn HTML. Okay, so article. We're gonna basically just do this. Oh. Want you to go down like that. We're here, right? Yeah. So we want 5. Is that 5 lines? Yes. Okay, so I'll paste you in here. Okay, hold on. Let's HTML. Paste you in here. Okay, so that should make you happier. I do need to wish I could do that more than one line. Can I do something like 3? Kind of. I can also do this with my mouse, just to make it a little bit faster. 1 or 2 more? Maybe 2 more. Oh, no, went too far. Okay. Okay, so that creates the course link pattern. So then we're going to replace this link with the route or not. So we're going to have something like this. Route or not. We have our R passed in here. We have a 2 equals article 2. I need to clone you out. Come on, right keys. route or not. I think I need to give it that type there too. And then inside of here, we're going to call, hey, don't do that. We're going to call this create course nav item and pass it in the article. And I think we're going to have to clone this. Wait, article.clone. I might not need to because I cloned the previous one. Okay. But yeah, you're happy with that. Okay, so then, so the 2 is set to that, but I need to make sure that this 2 is actually correct, right? Like I don't want it to always go to the 2. I want the 2 to be a sum or a none. Can I do a, it's not a fragment. Can I do like a little bit of logic in here? I don't think so. Although I've never tried it, but I think what I want to do is have it actually be a sum or none, an option. So, what is the 2? Oh, it's a course nav article. I think that's down here. No, course nav article is in course nav item. Oh no, that's in course nav. Okay, it's in course nav. Okay, I see it. It's right here. Okay, so the 2 is just an R. It's a fully owned R. But we have the state. So I can match on the state and then make that be a, if or not. Okay, for course nav article, we should actually probably put another function on here that I can just call that will return the 2 if that's what I want. So like get 2 maybe. So we're gonna do a getter on this. We'll have a reference to self, although we have ownership of it, so that's fine. Then I don't need to take anything in. We're going to return an option with the R inside. Okay, so we want to match on self.state. This is a BB course nav item. State. Okay, so if you're not yet created or need to purchase, that's a none. So available, then you are going to be a sum with a self.to, and I probably need to clone this. Cloning the route should be pretty like easy and doesn't really hurt much. Everything else, you become a none. Can I find value self? Yeah, I suppose you would have trouble with that. Okay, so that makes you happy. Now, where was I? Where's right here. So then this 2. So we have article. So I want to do a get 2 like that. And I think that should do it. So now coming back to here, yeah, it doesn't turn into a hand. If I click it, it's still normal text, so I can select it. If we inspect this, yeah, there's absolutely no H tag. There's no A tag here, but the other ones have A tags around them, which is really nice. So it does have the span instead of the A tag. So that's sort of what we wanted. Then inside of that we have the list item. Nice. Okay. So that's good. That gets us what we want. That is the course nav. I think that what I'm gonna do is I don't know if it's necessary for me to include the ability to accordion fold these yet, because I kind of want people to see all the things that you can do. And if the nav gets too long, then we can go and implement that and add it in. So let's remove what we're currently working on. And we will save you all. And I guess we'll just completely quit out and do a. Okay, so we finished creating the course nav sidebar. Okay, so we have that. What's next? We have the course content itself. That's kind of a big deal. Now, this one, I'm not planning on doing anything like, oh, I pass in a I pass in like, some text, like what the title is gonna be. I mean, I could, I suppose, but I think I already created this component too. Let's find out. So I think that would be under source modules, course content. So we have that. I'm doing some external WASM bindgen here for parsing and for a code highlighter. So we pass in Markdown, and then that Markdown can contain code, and then it's going to highlight that code for it and set that up. So that's nice. Okay. Okay, so have access is just a Boolean here. We have the course, which is a string, which is going to be the markdown itself. And then the onClick to purchase, which is going to be if we don't have access. We need to provide this in order to sort of know that they clicked on the purchase button. Okay, so I think we already have this. And it's just those other things. Okay, excellent. So let's go to home here. We have, we could also go here just to take a look at what we've got. Site header, heroes, cards, footers. I feel like we kind of need content, features. Maybe that's cards. Maybe cards would be features, but I don't know. I think maybe content is correct. So I'm going to create a brand new page for this. All right, so it's going to be in prototypes, pages. We're going to add maybe just content. Okay, then we can head over to content. All right. Let's see, we need the prelude. We don't need any properties, so we can go straight into function component. This can be content. Whoa, what am I doing there? Hub function component. Don't do anything. HTML. I want HTML. We're going to have. We are going to have what? I guess like a title. So we need a title for this. VB title. We have a level. Oh, come on. You can't find it now? There we go. Now you can find it. Okay, so BB title level, and we want this to be a 1. I want this to have an alignment of align text center. Oh, you know what? I don't want this to be the root level. I want this to be, we want a BB container. Oh no, I did in the wrong order. Okay, fine. Use, create, not elements. We want foundations. Container. I think having a margin is going to be fine with this one too. Okay, so we have the BB container margin. Okay, so container, we have margin. I think it's margin. That's BB container margin, normal. Okay, so we bring you up there. Title, and you there. And then you require children, so this one is going to be what? This is going to be content. Okay, it likes it so far. So then we're going to go and add this to the routes. Okay, so we have content now as part of the routes. We're going to go to home and add a card for it. So then this is 4 pages. Okay, so we have your content, build that. There we go. We now have our content here. We click on you, and we have our centered title. Okay, excellent. So now we can build our content inside of here. So then what's next? We're going to have another title for this. Title level equals title level. We'll make this a 2. I don't need this to be aligned center. I want what do I want this to be? I want this to be, what am I thinking of? I'm thinking, I guess this is just course content. So course content. And then we want to bring that in. So BB course content. I actually think that this is a single one. I don't think it needs children at all, does it? So it is going to be something like this. We have, I forgot what it needs. So wait. Course. Okay, so the course itself. The course itself is going to be text. So let's create that here. Let's do this with, I think we do this R# like that. This lets me multi-line strings, and it ignores or like keeps the return keys if I want it to. So we want this to be some kind of markdown for this. So this might be something like introduction to Yew.rs. I want 2 lines, and then maybe so let's see if that's, oh, it'd be like introduction to Yew routing, maybe. So then, okay, that's the primary title. So then we have like another subtitle for like a section within this article, chapter, probably more of a section. So, what like, what is routing? We might have some text in here. So, routing. When we mention routing in the front end in single page applications like Yew RS, we are talking about the ability to change pages without reloading the content or making any requests for the base HTML. This makes loading pages super fast, and the experience is like a app loaded locally, because it is. Okay, so we have some routings. Then maybe next we can have the code. What? No, don't do that. What? Oh, come on. What's redo? Thank you. We have code. Don't do that. So then we maybe have like a third section here, and for this code, we like creating the route enum. No, bad snippets. Okay, so finally we get this, right? So we're gonna say, I want you to be Rust. Inside of here, we put actual Rust code. So we could do something like, oh, I don't remember it exactly. So let's actually just go to our router and get it. So I want all of this. So this is 16 to 17 lines. And we're going to go back to content. Of course. Oh, wait. Did not mean to press V again. Okay. This is fine. Here, and then I might do something like a use Yew router prelude stars, something like that. And then we have like an explanation maybe about this. So as you can see above, the router is simply an enum. This is due to the fact that we can, enums make sense. Enums make sense because we can only be visiting one page at a time as far as the app is concerned. And that would be the end. So that's what we want to do. And then I want to now put this into course. So we save you. There was a purchased or not. This is course content. Oh, I could, hold on. I keep on forgetting I could do this. So content, course content. So we can take a look at the props. Okay, so we have access and course. So we have the course, we have access, and then the on-click purchase. Okay, so we have, we want to do something like let on-click purchase equals callback from event. We're going to do a log. Fine. We'll do a glue console log. Let's see. The purchase button was clicked. And then that's it. That's all I really care about this. Okay, so we're going to have the on-click purchase. And then the other one was, no. Okay. The other one was have access. Okay, so I'm so like used to pressing enter as soon as I like finish typing that I'm having trouble stopping going into it. I just want to look at it. Okay, so have access is next. So have access, and we'll set this to be false. Okay, so then I think we're good here. So that rendered. We come in here. Here's what we got. That's not rendered, is it? So we do have a pre-tag and code, but the code, so this is not turned into an appropriate. Okay, so this didn't work. Console. What were you trying to do? Okay, so you're trying to run Okay, marked parse, pass it into markdown and get a string back. I wonder if I don't actually want the. Oh, maybe I don't want the R sharp then. Maybe that did something weird to it, so it doesn't like it anymore. Let's try. Let's try not doing that. Oh, weird. It's in quote. Oh, but I have quotes like these. Oh, and you're gonna need. Okay. Let's just get rid of those and we'll just make one. Okay, you're happy. No, you still don't like that. Okay. Do you need to be a format or what do you need to be? The course is an attribute value, and then we're turning that. We clone the course out, which is cheap because it's an attribute value. And then in use effect, I wonder if we're doing a highlight all in there, probably. Oh, I'm doing this trick here. Oh, I'm doing a mounted trick to make sure that everything was mounted. And then once it's mounted, then I run the thing. Okay, that's nice. I wonder if I need to put this in like a two string, like a two owned. No, it's not happy with that. I wonder if I could also put this into a just its own file. Maybe like a markdown file and load it with the string. Oh, what's that? What's that? There's a macro to load a file, which I forget what it is. Let's do that here. So let's I wouldn't want pages. I would want can I do a directory? No, don't remove. I want nope. I don't want to. Oh, don't find. Undo. Cancel. Nice. I totally okay. How do I undo the filter? I went. What did I do? Oh, I think I just did F. There we go. Got it. What would make the difference? How are you rendering the markdown? So yeah, we can go take a look at that more. So course content. So I'm taking in the course as a string, so an attribute value. And then, okay. So we bring that in here. We we set a state for if we're mounted or not. Use effect. Okay, so use effect here. Return closure. I'm doing this so that. Oh, right. You have to return like you can't return two different empty uh callback functions like that. It really hates you because technically they're different types. Uh, so then okay, so if mounted, so if we're not mounted, then get the document, get the course content element, which I believe is going to be down here. There's the course content ID. We put the element inside. Okay. Oh no, we extract that out. Otherwise, we return to closure early. And so we're done. If let some element, I can turn close that. If let some element equals element. Okay, so then we have to check to see, does the element actually exist? Because I think this is an option. Yeah, it's an option. So if the element exists, then I want to convert that into an HTML element. And then I want to run this parse function, which we see up here in the C code. I'm going to run the parse function. We pass it in a stir. So the course deref that. We have to deref that out of the attribute value, I believe. And then we can mark mounted as set and then run the highlight all command. Okay. So the parse isn't running correctly. I don't think it's returning an error though. I think it's just not doing anything for us. I could do a glue console log. We could just do the same thing. So parse course.deref like that. So we're getting pre and code. Oh, wait. Why is code surrounding everything? Oh, code is surrounding everything. Well, that's not what we wanted. What's wrong? Okay, so I want course content. Yeah, it's interesting. I do not want, I just want this to be there in surrounded by code, but not everything else. What library is parse coming from? I can find that. Let's go to course content. That is coming from marked. We're using marked library. So marked markdown parse. So this is what I found. Because it can do front end markdown parsing. What's interesting is that it doesn't have, let's see, we have the demo here. Demo page. So yeah, this is what I want it to look like. Oh, I feel like that's not normally how headers work, right? Doesn't normally it works like that. Okay, it's the same thing. Hi, Zobi. Here to say hi. Zobi, want to help me with Markdown? What is that? Oh, that's a little bit of your fur. You don't want to eat that. Okay, so this is working clearly. So yeah, if I come back and I put the other one in there, it would just work, just fine. So if I did something like, we had you, oh no, it would be title, subtitle, text, then we have use prelude star whatever. Yeah, all of this is working just fine. Okay, so that's um it's having trouble with this if like I'm creating a string locally here. So it doesn't like, what if it doesn't like the multi-lines of this? Um is there a way for me to create a string without multiple lines? Like without well, I want to turn this in, it's the indentation. Oh, indentation, indoc. I don't know if I've used that before. What's indoc? Indoc rest. The indoc macro takes a multi-line string and wait, provides a provisional macro for indented string literals. The indoc macro takes a multi-line string literal and unindented at compile time, so the leftmost non-space. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, thank you, Asitsu. That it. Okay. So indoc. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we need indoc here. Seems pretty simple. Let's add this. We're going to do a cargo add indoc. Now, how do I use this? Oh, interesting. Okay, so we use indoc bang and then a bracket for multi-lining and then just our string. And then, okay, so it's basically, we do something like this. Indoc bang, which you're not happy about. We open you up and we close you right here. So we don't need this to owned. We go like that. You don't know what the indoc is, so we need to pull you in. Oh, hey, it's working. Excellent. So we have our title here. We have our subtitle. We have our paragraph of text. We have another title. We have I guess it's like a third one. We have our code. What that's going to look like, which it has decently good highlighting here. Okay, I like it. I'm not exactly sure how to get the little copy thing that I see everyone doing with their HTML. So I might want to look into that in the future, but for MVP, I don't think that's absolutely necessary. But okay, and we get the purchased access here. So if we look at our console, when I click that, the purchase button was clicked. And this would disappear if we didn't have access to it. So what I'd probably do is, oh, this is going to be for all the demoed articles that you're allowed to have in the course. This button appears and you can't click or go to the articles that you that like are behind the paywall. Okay, so I mean, this looks kind of good as it is. I want to see, is there anything else that I want to do with this? I might want these on the same lines. Like we have a title here and you there like that. I don't know. I have to think about that. But basically, this means that I can just create my courses as a series of markdown files, which is every like that. That's perfect because then I can store those markdown files in the database or in S3 or wherever I want, and I just serve them up, grab them, throw them into marked, and we're good to go. And so yeah, I would not have this problem if I got this from another file because I wouldn't be tabbing in a whole bunch of stuff. So that's a good one. Indoc is a good trick to have. So thank you again for that, Isitsu. Um, I could put the title. This is bothering me a little bit having these not on the same line here. Let's go to course content. What do we have here? So I have a column 10 and 2. I wonder if you're not long enough. Oh, and then I have the course content. Okay. So that's actually the problem is that I'm doing this right aligned here. Um I don't actually need to do that. I think there is a better way. Or use include stir. I could use include stir if it's its own file. Yeah, absolutely. But if it's a like coming from the database or not, that it's still not going to have tabs or indentations or weird things like that. So it should still be fine. Let's see. I guess this technically works. It's not the best for aligning right. I think there's a better class to use for that, but yeah, I think we have to deal with that. So I don't. Okay, so if we have this row like that, I just wanted to create a single column. And then inside that, okay, so if we have access, have the button. Okay, so if I do this, you're going to be left line now, right? I mean, to be honest, that might not be that bad to put just right there. Uh, but let's see, if I do this, we'd have classes equals, ooh, I forget how we do this. Let's come back to cards and look at how we did it here. Align right. That's all we need. We need align right on the parent. So like that. Josh Finney, hello. With the BB library, the Brooks Builds Component Library. Mostly going to be used at the beginning for uh, the component, the uh, LMS learning management system, and then afterwards for any other projects we use, we'll also use it there too. I have some ideas for what I want to build, so uh, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Sounds fancy. I don't think it's gonna be quite as. Uh, I think it's. I think it's gonna be not as fancy as you might imagine. You know, what would this look like if I fixed it to the screen? So if you scroll down, the purchase was already there. It would be over everything else. I don't know if I like that. I don't want to fix it to the screen. I do want to maybe shove it down a little bit, which if I take this button, we've already aligned it right. I want to I want to take it out of the flow maybe, and then shift it down without affecting anything else. Is there a way for me to do that with a transform? Let me see if the CSS secrets book has anything for me. Backgrounds, visual effects. Um, it's not really, no. Okay. Was there like is there a translate? I think there's a translate. I think there's a translate. So if I come here and I say, "Hey, button, I want to translate you by okay, I want 0 and like 2 rem, 3 rem, and that kind of feels exactly right. That's exactly right. I want to okay, so I want to take this button and I want to translate it down 3 rem. Okay, so then we're going to have this button. So let's do a let translate button, or maybe button CSS. Button style equals style new. Oh, if we're going to do this, we need to switch you to a stylist. Styled component. Okay. Style new, we have CSS. And then inside of here, we're going to have a translate 0, 3 rem, unwrap, and then on button, I think we have classes equals button style. There we go. Okay, so now this is translated down. So it actually is up here. And if I can still click it, I believe. Yeah, I can still click it right here. Excellent. So now if different sizes, this is fine. Gets a little bit weird when you get too small. So I might want to do. I mean, this would be people looking at it on like a phone, maybe, which is not going to be the best experience. But even a small one like this is not going to be that out of the question that we'd see it. So it looks good. It absolutely looks good. I don't know if I like it. I might want to just do 2 columns. Oh, but the problem is the course content is like its own thing. I guess I could do a title separately, but I don't really want to do that. I want to keep the course content all in there so we just have it all like this. Hmm. I think I might remove the align right. Like what if I remove this altogether? We don't do this at all. Which means we can also go back to just a normal function component. Although it doesn't really matter. It's fine. Now that's interesting. I could do a button that just spans everything. Hey, purchase this to access. I mean, I don't know if I like it, but I also don't know if I hate it. I mean, it's kind of in your face, but like that's kind of also the purpose. I think I'm gonna keep it like this and then just sort of stew on it. And then next time we take a look at it, then I'll make a decision like, do I want to change it or fix it or remove it or whatever I want. I do want to get rid of this. So we have a console log. We have a couple console logs now. So here we have this glue console log. I don't need you. So that's good. Oh, well that was it. That was the only log. Okay. So I think this is done then. We now have all of these. And now below this we could put other cards if we want to and other things, but we don't want that right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this. Okay, and let's choose what the next thing is going to be, which might be this over here. A register account. So logging in. So basically, we have all these different ways of logging in. This will probably be the same for all the apps that I do. So I probably do want to just create an account, a module that just throws these in there and then just creates links to. We're using Auth0 for authentication, so these would all just be links to go to Auth0 to authenticate, and then it comes back to our app with the with what we want, which is the token. I think. Hi, sorry about that. All right, so this will have to be next time because it's 8:15. It's actually I'm ending on time today. Shocking. Okay. Let's push this up before I forget. We're good here. I can stop you. All right. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out today. Thank you for the help, Asitsu, also. I hope that you have a great rest of your today, rest of your Tuesday. Have a good day tomorrow. I will be back on Thursday morning at around 7 a.m. Mountain Time in order to continue working on this. And it looks like we're going to make an authenticate, like a registration page that's going to take us to a Auth0. So that's, or at least there'll be links, external links. So we'll have to update those components too. That'll be interesting. Anyways, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.